Why Nikola Tesla designed machines in his mind. Nikola Tesla claimed he didn't need prototypes. He didn't build machines through trial and error. He created them entirely in his mind. And according to him, they worked on the first try. We usually imagine inventors differently. Workshops, blueprints, scattered parts, dozens of failed attempts. That's how most engineers worked. But not Tesla. His method was so unusual that even modern engineers struggle to believe it. And this is important to say. This is not a legend or a myth. We know this from Tesla's own words, from his autobiography, letters, patents, and the accounts of people who worked with him. All of them describe the same habit. Tesla designed machines entirely in his imagination, not ideas, not rough sketches, but complete devices. He saw them in 3 dimensions. He mentally turned them on. He watched how they worked. He noticed friction, vibrations, wear and tear, and he made adjustments not in metal, but in his mind. Only after that did he move to physical construction. And he often claimed the first real version worked immediately. The most famous example is the alternating current motor. In 1882, Tesla was walking through a park in Budapest, and according to him, that's when he saw the rotating magnetic field. But he didn't rush to a workshop. For weeks, possibly months, he refined the motor entirely in his mind. When the device was finally built in reality, it worked without modification. At least, that's what Tesla claimed. Tesla wrote that he allowed his machines to run mentally for weeks at a time. He would return to them and check, had the bearings worn out, had imbalance appeared, had any errors emerged. And if he found a problem, he fixed it in his imagination. This sounds strange, even unsettling. But Tesla didn't describe it as fantasy. He described it as a working tool. Now compare this to Thomas Edison. Edison tested thousands of variations, thousands of materials, thousands of experiments. His method was physical and exhausting. Tesla considered that approach wasteful. He believed a well-trained imagination could replace a workshop. And this is where the problems began. People found it difficult to work with him. He didn't show intermediate steps. He didn't produce conventional drawings. He saw everything clearly, but only he could see it. Investors didn't understand what they were funding. Colleagues didn't know how to discuss his ideas. This isolated Tesla. There was another problem. When you build a prototype, errors are visible to everyone. When you build a machine in your mind, there is no external verification. This may be why many of Tesla's later projects were never realized. Not because they were impossible, but because they couldn't be tested or explained. Today, engineering works differently. Computer simulations, team collaboration, constant verification. Tesla's method was the method of a solitary mind. It required extreme concentration and a rare ability to visualize. The most interesting thing about Tesla's method is not that it was better than others. It wasn't. What's interesting is that it was possible at all, that a human being could hold machines in the mind with such precision that they began to work in reality. Tesla lived between thought and matter. It made him a genius. It made him difficult. And in the end, it left him alone.